What is good, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Melanin Intuition Tarot. My name is Ezekiel. I am an intuitive tarot and oracle card reader. Thank you guys so much for tuning into another pick a card reading with me today. I just like to first start off by thanking all of my lovely viewers, subscribers, commenters, likers, those who have been donating to my channel. I am very appreciative and thankful for you. Um, but yeah, I can't, get on camera without thanking you all because you keep me going. Your love and support really keep me going. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you for all of your support. I truly, honestly mean it from the bottom of my heart. So, with all of that out of the way, let's get into the reading for today. So, today's topic, we will be doing another future spouse reading. So, today's topic with your future spouse is what type of relationship or union will you and your future spouse have? So, we have three groups here, as usual. So, group number one here is with this card here. Kind of reminds me of like a tuxedo almost. But yeah, group number one here, group number two with this card here in the middle, and then we have group number three with this card here on the far right. So again, group number one, group number two, and group number three. So make sure you guys are choosing with your intuition so that way you're choosing the group that will resonate with you the best. If you feel drawn to more than one group, feel free to watch more than one group. Um, but yeah, but for the most important thing is definitely make sure you're, choosing with your intuition. But yeah, group one, group two, group three. When you are ready to go to your group or ready for your reading, you can check out the description box below or the comment section. I will have the timestamps to the specific groups pinned there. But yeah, I'll see you all at your designated reading. Peace out. What is good, group number one, for those of you who were drawn to the first image, or I mean, not the first image, I'm sorry, this first card here. I'm used to my intros being a little bit different, but yeah, those of you who are drawn to this first card here, this is going to be your reading today. We're going to be looking into what type of relationship or union will you and your future spouse have. So let's see. Let's start off with this card here. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You'll be surprised where it leads. So off the bat, I'm loving the energy of this group. I'm loving the energy of both you and your future spouse, your relationship. Some of you may have a lot of water in your chart, or your future spouse may have a lot of water in their chart as well. Or water and air. I'm picking up. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but definitely picking up on how, I don't know, like in my mind's eye, I'm literally seeing, like, it looks like I'm swimming somewhere, but I'm drawn to like how the water is just flowing up and down. It's just flowing, and I feel like that represents your relationship with your future spouse. It feels very, the word that's coming up is easy. Now, that doesn't mean that you won't have any problems or issues within your relationship, but I feel like your bond with your future spouse feels very spiritual. It just feels very like you both feel very in tune with one another spiritually and also emotionally. Um, so I feel like this relationship is gonna feel very smooth. It's not gonna, now sure, again, you're gonna have like rocky moments at times, but I don't see that there are gonna be like a ton of them. And again, I can't predict, what exactly will happen throughout your relationship, which again, things are gonna happen. We're human, shit happens. It just does. Um, but I feel like for the most part, when it comes to your relationship itself, it just feels very smooth. It feels like you both are really in tune with one another. You both really are really similar internally. Now, some of you may come from different backgrounds, different cultures, different religions, different belief systems, or different upbringings. Like there may be something different about you on the outside, but I definitely feel like you both are equally yoked. You both have very similar like core values, morals, um, um, very similar beliefs as well. So I feel like the energy between the both of you just feels very much like I'm picking up best friend. Like this is your best friend. Like this is literally your best friend. This is type of person who, like, of course, the romance is going to be there as well, but it's like when you are around one another, it just feels so natural to be around one another. It doesn't feel like you guys are like forcing anything. It doesn't feel like you have to try hard enough. It doesn't feel like you have to be somebody differently than who you are. It feels like you can be your absolute 100% true self, even if you consider yourself weird as hell. Like a lot of us are weird, but I feel like your future spouse loves that about you. Like your quirks is what really makes your future spouse fall in love with you. They love your quirks. They love how different you are, and they love how expressive you are. Um, you don't allow others to dim your light. You're just yourself, and I feel like that. Um, I, I just heard that really turns them on. So I feel like they're going to be really drawn to your authenticity. So again, this is just a very smooth connection and relationship. Let's get some cards out here. Very smooth. I just keep getting that, and I keep seeing the image of like, um, it just looks like somebody's kind of like filming an ocean almost. It's kind of that's what I see in my mind's eye, but it's like the ocean. You know how it just goes out and then it pulls back in, and it goes out and it pulls back in. There's like this equal and um, effortless like ebb and flow to this connection here. You both really get along with one another very, very well. Very, very well. So, what would this relationship be like? What else can you tell us about this relationship, Spirit Guides? For group number one, what would their relationship be like with their future spouse? These are way too many cards. What would their relationship be like with their future spouse? Okay. So we got finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Then you have very soon with clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So I definitely feel like your future spouse is in a lot of ways they're, and I put quotes around this, they're your type. Um, Now, sure, there may be things about them that you've never like dated somebody with these certain, I don't know, characteristics, I guess. But um, I feel like this, I feel like that you both are really, really attracted to one another. There's definitely this physical attraction to one another. So you guys may have some differences, but you also have a lot of similarities here as well. Is what I'm really picking up strongly for this group. So I feel like what type of relationship you may have with one another. So finances and career here. So I feel like the both of you are really involved in your career. Yeah, definitely involved with your career, the both of you. Um, and I feel like you both, like, even before coming into union with one another, or very shortly after coming into union with one another, your careers, like both of you, is going to be very satisfying and very fulfilled. You're going to feel very good within your career. And that, for some of you, that may even be a sign that you're about to meet your future spouse, is when your career and your finances are looking really, really good. Um, But I definitely feel like for the most part, the both of you are definitely invested in your careers, whatever you both may do for a living, or somebody here may be a business owner. Someone here could be a picking up coach. Someone here may do like spiritual related stuff as well, spell work or Reiki, tarot. Somebody here works from home too. But I feel like your work and home life is going to be very balanced here as well. Now, there may be like an issue later on down the line with somebody maybe overworking, but that's nothing that a simple conversation can't solve, you know? So, again, although, like I said, it's going to be a very smooth connection. And, although it may be very smooth, you may have a few rocky moments. But again, your bond with one another, like there's nothing that you both can't just talk about. You both are very open to listening to the other person, and you both really value each other's concerns or words. The both of you come off as very wise as well. You both feel very wise. You feel very, like, if you're both young, you're like wise beyond your years. And I feel like that's something that's going to really, because for some of you, your future spouse might be a little bit older than you, but it's like just because they're older than you doesn't mean that they view you as, less knowledgeable or have less wisdom. What in fact, what really draws them to you is how much wisdom you have and how eloquently you express that wisdom to others, and give that to others as well. Some of you may be really good at giving advice. um, a lot of messages coming up for this group, a lot of channel messages, but I definitely again feel like this group, um, just your connection with your future spouse just feels very, it just works. I don't know, it just works. And for some of you, if you're needing confirmation on maybe like when this could happen, this very soon could be an indication there for you. But yeah, you both really value one another. You both value what the other has to say or any concerns that the other may bring up. You feel very heard in this connection. Some of you may not have felt very heard or seen in past connections, but I feel like in this one, you're going to feel very, very heard and seen. Something about your future spouse's eyes as well. Something about the way that they look at you. The way they look at others in general. Something about their eyes. They could have very like piercing or very like, what's the word, like beady type of eyes. But something about their eyes or the shape of their eyes, like when they look at people or stare at people, it's like they're staring in the depths of your soul. So yeah, this person may have some very alluring eyes. But they love to look at you. They love to stare at you, not in like a creepy way, but they're just in awe of you. They have never really seen themselves as being in a relationship like this before. They've never imagined this. It's going to be something very different for the both of you. You've both never experienced a connection like this, to where you both are just really like in tune with one another. You've just never experienced that before, which is going to be very exciting for the both of you. So what else can you tell us? Get some tarot here. What else can you tell us about this type of relationship or union that group number one will have with their future spouse? So you got the Hierophant here in reverse, and I love to get the Hierophant here in reverse because I'm a Hierophant in reverse type of person. So, because the Hierophant upright is, kind of following structure, following rules, following tradition, kind of following the status quo. But in reverse, the Hierophant is a little bit of a rebellious type of energy. It's going against the grain, and it's not like in a completely how do you explain it? It's not like you're just causing chaos or havoc for just for the hell of it. No, it's still a bit of structure to it, but it's kind of doing things your ways. It's following your book, your rules, going by what you feel is right or wrong. So I feel like with this Hierophant in reverse, your relationship may be a little bit untraditional. For some of you, this could be a same-sex connection, or um, somebody could be trans or bisexual or something different from straight. Let's just say that. Um, and I hope that doesn't like discourage anybody like that, because I know there are some people out here who don't want to date anybody who's not just their sexual orientation. I don't know. It's a little bit weird to me, but no judgment, kind of. But I feel like there's just something very unconventional about this connection. Some of you, you and your future spouse may come from different religions, and it may be that, you know, your family may want you to be with somebody who's within your religion, or their family may want them to be with somebody who's within their religion. But I don't know. There's something about this connection that you're kind of going against the grain on something, or maybe your culture, they do arranged marriages, and maybe you don't want an arranged marriage, or maybe I don't know. I don't know, but I feel like there is something very unconventional about this, or untraditional, because it's not a negative thing. I mean, you're doing the right thing, but you're just doing it in a different way than what is seen as traditional, um, according to like your culture or their culture or whatever. But I definitely feel like this connection just feels very like us against the world type of thing. It feels like you both are. It feels like a very adventurous type of connection here as well. I see you both like traveling a lot with one another. Um, you like to try different things out with one another as well. I'm saying food. Somebody here is a foodie, or somebody here like when you visit different countries or different places. Somebody may like to like really make sure that they get the food experience of that area. So like if this person is visiting Mexico, they're going to want to make sure they get some good Mexican food. You know, they're going to eat nothing but Mexican food so they can really engulf themselves in that culture. But this person loves just different. They celebrate people's differences. You may be as well. You know, you may, as I'm kind of describing your person, you may find that you mirror or you're pretty similar to that as well. Look at this, the Fool in reverse. So yeah, this is a very like untraditional, unconventional type of connection. You both are doing things very differently than what is expected out of you. But look at the bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Cups. This is bringing the both of you a lot of satisfaction. I feel like you don't want to do things the same way that other people have done in the past, or maybe, you know, the way your parents have done things in the past, or how they kind of went about their relationship. I don't know, but there's something that you don't want to follow. You don't want to follow the same path or the same old as what other people are doing or have done in the past. You and your relationship, you want to take things differently. You want to go a different route. Um, you want to go on this adventure and this journey with your future spouse, and you're going to do it. I mean, that's just as simple as that. You got the Fool here, so this is definitely. I'm getting that you're in this as just you and your future spouse being together. There's something about like trailblazing, like you creating a different path for others, maybe even in your own family, who want to go down a similar path as you, but who are too scared or fearful of doing so. So it feels like you are trailblazing in this connection. You're doing things differently than how people have done in the past. So I feel like this connection is definitely like breaking certain karma, certain like past karmas, generational curses, generational cycles. Like you're doing things a lot differently. I just keep getting that. So I really love this connection because it feels like something that's different than the usual or different than the normal. And not in like a bad or negative or like super like out there type of way. It just feels different than others. I don't know how to explain that. It's gonna make sense when you actually experience it, but I can't really like pinpoint that for every single person watching this group. But I feel like you're gonna really love it. You're gonna really love and adore this person as well. They're gonna love and adore you. They love how adventurous you are, how willing you are to take certain risks or leaps of faith. I feel like you both are going to again do a lot of traveling with one another because the Fool talks about travel as well or embarking on a new journey. So some of you, I'm even picking up that some of you may even like travel the world with one another. You may decide to say fuck it to your 9 to 5 life, um, and just rent out an RV or a tiny home and just travel. Which sounds very cool. I don't know, and that could be the thing that could be untraditional as well. You know, maybe nobody in your everybody in your family is just got a married, settled down, got a house, um, work 9 to 5 life, house mother, and having kids, and do the whole traditional thing. And some of you, you're like, I don't want to live that way. I don't want to do that. That seems like it's miserable. That seems like torture to me. So some of you want to do things differently, and I'm not saying that anything's wrong with those who do want that for yourself. You can manifest that for yourself, absolutely. And I feel like your future spouse will be on board with that. But for some of you watching this group, you're just not interested in that traditional same old type of lifestyle. You want something different, something exhilarating, something adventurous and spontaneous. So let's get a little bit more. What else can you tell us about this relationship? It's a very protected relationship as well. So again, even if you guys are doing things differently, you may receive a lot of backlash or hate from people around you. You're protected. Don't worry about them. Just do you. Okay. So wow, opening circle. Look, protection. I was just saying that protection, ritual, lessons, simplicity. So yeah, you guys are wanting to. Many of you, this is going to be a very simple connection. You don't necessarily have to have a big car, like a big house or fancy cars, or live a very luxurious life. Many of you, you just want something simple. As long as you have your future spouse, along with you, you don't give a shit, about anything else. You guys definitely, like many of you, just really like simplicity. You like to work smart and not hard. Yeah, definitely somebody owns their own business in this connection. Somebody has their own business or wants to have their own business, or they want to be kind of free from the like 9 to 5 life. Yeah, whether they have it now la- or later on, I feel like this is definitely something that they're going to achieve. Whether it's you or your future spouse, I don't know. I'm drawn to this spider here in the back of the card. So somebody is very creative. You guys may be very creative with one another. You may bounce creative ideas off of one another very easily. So you may, I don't know. Let's say you're trying to put together your house or something like that, and uh, or you're trying to design your home, and you're like, okay, so what do we want to do with the kitchen? Do we want to have this over here? Do we want to put this over here? What color do we want to have over here? It's like I see you both like bouncing ideas off of one another and creating this very unique and creative um, um, product that or outcome that you both are very satisfied with. So there's a lot of creativity with the both of you, feeling very creative, feeling very, just feeling very in tune with one another. I feel like you both are going. Like there's not going to be a lot of arguments in this connection too. Not a lot of arguments at all. You may tease one another a lot. I hear somebody cussing a lot too. Somebody loves to cuss, love to say cuss words. You may like to cuss them out a lot, or they may like to cuss you out, not in like a bad or negative way, but like, but like again in a very like teasing type of way. I could hear somebody saying, "Come here, bitch," and I hope that doesn't like offend anybody. Um, but again, that's not like in a negative way. I'm not picking up anything negative or them trying to rule or dictate over you. It just feels like how you may talk to your best friend. Because I know I use the word bitch a lot when it comes to my friends. So I view it as like a term of endearment. So some of you may use cuss words a lot with your future spouse. Something about your hands as well. I'm seeing the hands here. I'm noticing the hands here. Um, Somebody's very good with their hands. I'm gonna get one more card here to end this reading off. Yeah, somebody's really good with their hands in a lot of different ways. So you got King. Ooh. So enlightened, benevolent leadership benefiting those in your chart. So somebody could be a leader in this, um, whether it's you or them. Somebody could be in a leadership position or role within their career, because you do have the Hierophant here too that talks about leadership. So yeah, somebody could be a leader in some type of way. But I definitely feel like when it comes to your relationship, um, your future spouse is definitely going to put you on a pedestal. They're going to treat you so much more differently in a very good way, but so much more differently than how um, people have treated you in the past, but in a very positive and just a very positive way here. I see them being very, because this doesn't give like traditional like king type of energy. It just it's just something that feels a little bit different for many of you in this group. This could be like a same sex connection, or again somebody could be trans, or you just don't subscribe to like the whole masculine, feminine, or female, male type of you know dynamic. So I feel like the both of you in this connection make really good um, compromises over this connection. Like let's say, um, what's a good example, Spirit? I don't know. I can't think of an example, but I feel like if there's anything that you both may have a disagreement over, I feel like you're both good at compromising at that. If like even like I see with this connection, there's no like head of the household, if that makes sense. I know that's kind of a thing in a lot of traditional households, but I feel like there's no like head of the household. It feels like, okay, if you need to take the lead in this moment or instance, then you take the lead, and if I need to take the lead in another instance, then I'll take the lead. But it's like the sharing of power with this connection. There's no like one person over the other. There's a really good balance of power in this connection here, which I really love. But group number one, these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So please let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any other readings that I post. And if you'd like to book your own personal private reading with me, you can check out my website at rebootofthesoul.com and you can purchase your reading there. But group number one, y'all stay well, stay blessed, stay whole, and I will see you all in my next reading. Peace out. What is good, group number two? For those of you who are drawn to this card here, This is going to be your reading today. Um, we're going to be looking into what type of relationship or union will you and your future spouse have. So group number one was really beautiful. If you were drawn to group number one, definitely check it out. But this is for group number two on today. So we're going to be looking, starting off with this card here and moving on to some other cards. But whoa, starting off strong. Twin flames, your passion ignites. Group number two. This is this is such a, what's a good word for it? Like fiery connection. This is such a fiery connection. I see this connection being something kind of like high school sweethearts in a way, or I don't know. It just feels like very childlike, very teenage like. I see this connection being something to where like you both still kind of act like you're in high school, and it's not like in a super like immature way. It's just that you both being with one another, your inner child just radiates and sings. Um, and for many of you, even you just may be somebody who is very youthful, you know? And your future spouse is somebody who's very youthful as well. They're not this, even if they're like older than you, they don't act their age. They are very like young at heart. I can see somebody, I can see like two people laying down, cuddling on the couch, watching a Marvel movie or Harry Potter, like, or even like animations. I'm seeing anime as well. Some of you may watch anime, or your future spouse may watch anime. But I just see this being a very I, like I'm dumbfounded. Like group number two, like I am literally like brain fog as I'm tapping into your energy. Like there's no words to really describe how just powerful and fiery and passionate and affectionate and excited energy that your connection have, that you and your future spouse have with one another. I'm tongue tied. I don't think I've ever felt this way in a reading before. Honestly, I don't think I ever have. Like this connection just feels like out of this world. And I feel like for those of you who are single and still waiting for this individual, they're going to be worth the wait, group number two. I promise you. I guarantee you this person's going to be worth the wait. And I know some of you, if you're single, I can feel it now in my heart. Like some of you, you've been waiting for so long. You've been waiting for a connection like this for so long. But I'm here to tell you it's going to be worth the wait. No matter how long you have to wait, group number two. Excuse me. But when it does come into fruition, it's just going to feel very. Some of you may honestly feel a little overwhelming. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. It may feel a little overwhelmed for the sole fact that it just, you just being in each other's vicinity, it just feels like the energy is just off the charts. I'm seeing lights flicker in my mind's eye as well. I don't know, some of you, when you do meet this person, um, one of the signs you may see is like a light flicker around you. It can be a street light I'm picking up, or you may be inside of a building somewhere and there may be a light that flickers. I'm seeing butterflies here as well. Some of you, you're single. A lot of you watching this group, you're single and you're still waiting for this person. But my goodness, the passion in this this connection here is just, it's just off the charts. Something about roses here. I'm drawn to the roses here. I wasn't in the other groups, but the roses here. This, somebody may like to buy the other person roses or flowers. Um, this is for group number two, spirit guide. So, what would their relationship be like with their future spouse? What would their union be like with their future spouse? Okay. So, wow, true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Y'all, literally, I was just telling you that this is the romance of a lifetime. You've never experienced a connection like this before. Your future spouse has never experienced a connection like this before. This is going to be one that you have been really waiting and putting in the work for. I feel like many of you, you've been putting in so much work. And for many of you, you're starting to kind of like lose hope or feel kind of like in this energy of despair. You may see other couples on the internet or YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or something like that, and you may feel a little bit down for a second, or you just may feel like, damn, when it's gonna be my turn? It's gonna come soon. I promise you, group number two is gonna come soon. I know you've been hearing that for so long, but our idea of soon as a human is gonna be different than, you know, what your spirit guides and spiritual realm kind of sees. So I definitely feel like this this romance here, and this feels like a romance. I feel like your connection with your future spouse is gonna be very romantic. Lots of dates. I see somebody's love language is gift giving. They love to buy gifts for the person that they're with, and really treat the person like a king or queen or whatever the non-binary uh, version of that would be. But I definitely feel like it's gonna be so romantic. You're gonna love this. This is gonna be one where you're kind of caught off guard because this person treats you like you've never been treated before. Like when you daydream, like how you would see somebody treating you, or when you dream or just have this idea of how you would love somebody to treat you, or your idea of like a perfect date. This future spouse partner here fits that bill for sure. They're going to really do what they can to make you happy and to really fulfill those dreams. And I feel like they're going to ask you a lot, like, what do you want? Like, not in like a chastising way, but in a very like they're very curious about you. You may be somebody who's a little bit closed off. You know, you don't open yourself up to everybody, or you don't just show all your cards at one time. You know, people really have to do the work to really get to know you and open you up a lot more. So I feel like your future spouse is going to, be very inquisitive about you. They really want to get to know you a lot when you both start off this connection here. Excuse me. Yeah, my throat chakra here trying to act up on me. So I definitely feel like there's going to be a lot of communication here in this connection. Um, yeah, I definitely see them like asking you things like, what do you like? What do you not like? They're going to be very good listeners to you as well. Very good listeners, very good active listeners. You know, there's a difference between somebody who listens and somebody who actively listens. An active listener is somebody who listens to understand versus listening to respond. So this person's definitely going to really want to get to understand you and get to know who you are. No matter how long that takes, no matter how much work they have to put into it, they're going to do it because, you know, even if they've only known you for a week, they already fucking love you. Like literally, they already love you. Even before meeting you, they love you. Wow, that was powerful channel message I just received from your future spouse there. Even before meeting you, they love you. And I feel chills all over my body as I said that. So yeah, you got this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So for some of you, just a very few of you, you may be dating somebody right now, and this could be that person. And for others of you, if you're single and not really dating, um, this person could be in your vicinity. They could be in your energy field because you feel the person in your energy before you actually meet them. For some of you, if you haven't met this person yet, they're in your vicinity or they're in your energy field right now, and they're um, no matter how long that may take, it's gonna be different for everybody, but they're definitely in your energy, and I feel that they're definitely going to be. some type of union or some type of communication with one another soon. And again, soon it's gonna be different for everybody. So take what resonates on that. But definitely be open to this new love, guys. Be open to this new love. It's gonna be so beautiful and so worth it. It's gonna be so worth it. Like I can't even like put into words like what I'm feeling for this group. It just feels like a very strong and magnetic and fiery energy. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a wish fulfillment here. This is definitely going to be a romance that you've always wanted. It's like you've always dreamed of this. And I'm not one of those readers that like give you all this fairy dust. I got a comment on one of my videos a couple of days ago that I really loved. You know, she was the uh, commenter was like, "I really like your readings. They're really based in reality and not in like the fairy dust type of stuff." So, you know, I'm a very realistic type of reader, but and very honest reader here too. But I feel like with this group, it's just not to sound cliche or anything, but it just seems like a relationship that is just out of this world. Is like a dream come true. It's like something you may see in movies, something that you've never experienced before. You got the three of disc, so you're gonna really work really well together. Some of you may work with this person. You may create something with this person later on down the line, whether it's a family, whether it's a creative project. But I feel like with the pinnacles being here, some of you may start like a project or a business or something with your future spouse a little bit later on down the line in your relationship, or even towards the beginning. I don't know. Some of you, this may start off as a business relationship. It may turn into a romantic relationship. You know, you never know. But I definitely feel like you both really work well together. But yeah, there could be a creative project or something later on down the line. Or I just heard a book. You may write a book together. You make somebody here. You may create a course with one another. Prince of Swords. Yeah, tons of communication in this group, and very intellectual communication in this group. You know, you're not into that superficial shit. You know, you don't want something surface level. You want some real conversation. You want somebody who you can, you know, talk to them about anything. I just heard like conspiracy theories. So some of you may be into conspiracy theories. You want somebody who can talk to you about these conspiracy theories, you know, who are actually interested in this stuff. You know, I feel like you both have a lot of similar things that you are interested in talking about. So there's like never going to be a dull moment because you both have a lot of similarities and shared values regarding certain things. But there's something that you both really have in common that you both love to do with one another. I don't know. This is going to be different for everybody. So, for instance, you both may love. Um, damn, why am I blanking? You both may love to go hiking. I don't know. So, you both may, you know, decide, or not decide, but you both may go hiking with one another like quite often. You both do a lot of bonding with one another here as well. A lot of bonding in this connection, um, which again, it just feels like you both. I can't put my finger on it. Group number two, I can. I've never been this stumped before, but it just feels like this connection feels like a very close bond. It just feels like a best friend. Honestly, it just feels like a best friend. And I feel like again with this Prince of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I feel like this connection is going to bring in again with working with one another. You may work with one another, and you may like just shoot a lot of ideas across with one another. Um, so I feel like you both have a lot of shared ideas, um, or you may share ideas with one another. like share knowledge with one another. I see you somebody here being very I feel like you both have like are experts in like your field or your career or like in a certain industry or something like that. And I can see you like sitting down, like let's say your future spouse is an architect. So, they may teach you about architecture. They may be like, hey, this is what we do, and you know, this is something that we do at my job or stuff like that. So I see you both talking a lot with one another and just sharing knowledge and sharing different things. And you may even one day um, use that information for something that could actually benefit you later on. I don't know, but I feel like out of all of that, it's a lot of communication here, um, a lot of transparency here too with this Prince of Swords. So a lot of transparency is a lot of air energy here. Somebody could be an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Picking up heavy Aquarius energy, Gemini for sure, Capricorn. Okay, so card 18. So raising winds. And it's funny, wind, I was just talking about the air energy here. So again, a lot of air energy here. So you may be an air sign, or they may be an air sign, or the both of you may have a lot of air in your chart. So yeah, and also somebody's just very talkative here as well. Somebody loves to talk to their people, like people who they actually vibe with. They don't talk to just like anybody, but I feel like when it comes to you, they can like even if they're like the most quietest person, like out like at work or and outside in life, when it comes to you, they're so talkative. And vice versa, even with you as well. You may be somebody who doesn't really talk a lot to people like that, but I feel like with this future spouse, you're gonna talk so much with them. You got calling here, so you guys may talk on the phone a lot. For some of you, this could be like a long distance relationship, like starting off. So it may be a lot of phone calls, a lot of FaceTime or video message, WhatsApp, whatever means of communication you use. Some of you may meet this person online as well. But you got magical release, calling, intention, stronghold. Um, yeah, there's definitely this really strong bond in this connection. It feels very, it just feels very like magical in a sense. Yeah, it feels very magical. It feels like, um, hmm. Yeah, okay. It feels magical because for many of you, you're doing like scripting or journaling, like what type of partner you would want, or you've done a lot of like daydreaming or really imagining about what type of partner you would like. And I feel like when you meet this person, they're gonna check off a lot of those boxes, and I feel like that all in itself is gonna feel very magical for you because you probably like didn't think that you could actually like manifest somebody, the type of person that you would actually really want it. So I feel like it's gonna just being around this person is gonna feel very magical because again, you've manifested this person successfully. Like you've literally successfully manifested this individual into your life. And I feel like that's what's going to make this connection feel so magical for you, for the both of you. Like the both of you really like really manifested one another. Like I mean that's just that. I mean you both really really manifested one another. Um and I feel like I feel like this is just such a strong spiritual connection. You got 18. 8 plus 1 gives you 9. 9 is a very spiritual number. You got 3, 9, 3, 6, 9 may be an important number for you. What is that? Who's that? Nikolai Tesla. I've been seeing a lot of that too, especially on TikTok. But that may be an important sign for you. But 369 always gives me like manifestation energy. So I feel like again you've just like successfully manifested this individual, this future spouse into your life. You didn't think you could do it. Many of you like honestly don't think that you can actually manifest a partner or a person like this into your life. But like when this person actually shows up, you're dumbfounded. Like you're surprised, you're literally shocked because you just honestly, some of you really doubted yourself. You really doubted your manifestation abilities, especially when it comes to manifesting love. Some of you may have like manifesting career or money. You may got that packed, down packed, but when it comes to like love, you didn't really have a lot of like hope in that. That's for some of you, you know. Everybody's not like that. I know there are a lot of other confident people out there, but yeah, I just feel like many of you is just magical, just being able to manifest somebody who you've always imagined having in your life. And this person is definitely worth the wait. They are worth the wait. I know I've said that like a million times, group number 2, but I will say it again. They're worth the wait. So let's see. So you got Hermit. Where did I see Hermit? Was it at the bottom of the deck? In Tarot? No. Where was Hermit? Okay. So this was at the bottom of this deck. You had Ocean's Muse, Water's Wisdom, Intuition, Hermit's Light, Discovery. So it says seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. So I feel like hmm, you both may really enjoy being in hermit with one another, or you both may really enjoy like versus going out, you may enjoy staying in. Does that make sense? So instead of, maybe um, going to some busy restaurant, you would maybe prefer to just chill inside or chill, maybe order some takeout somewhere or order delivery from somewhere and just chill inside and, do your own thing. And for others of you, your person may like to take you on private dates. So they can take you, they could have like, let's say they do want to take you to a restaurant, but maybe they reserve like a private room. I'm seeing somebody on a boat as well. Somebody may like to go on boat rides. Somebody may own a boat or I'm not really knowledgeable about boats like that, but what are those things called? I can't even think of the name of it, so I'm not even gonna try. But I feel like somebody may own a boat or some type of style of boat, um, and they may like to take you on boat rides or like a boat date. That sounds cute. Like a candlelit dinner. Very romantic, but they like privacy. They don't necessarily like to. They don't necessarily have to be out in front of a whole bunch of people when it comes to you, group number 2. This person likes your future spouse likes their privacy. So this person definitely may like to take you on private dates or dates that don't really include like a shit ton of people around. They like to be with you and you alone. And also, y'all might like to chill in at home a lot. Somebody smokes some Mary Jane. um, If you smoke, your person may smoke as well. You may like to, you know, just chill, smoke, and eat, and laugh and watch movies together, or drink if you like to drink, or just be high off life if you're not into any of those things. So I see you both really enjoying each other's company with Hermit mode here, with Hermit. Um, and I feel like, again, you both do really well with bouncing ideas and bouncing different things off of one another, bouncing ideas and creative endeavors off of one another. So, again, so both of you may create something together one day. You may, be talking one day and somebody may come up with some type of idea and be like, wow, that would actually be something that I think could actually benefit other people, or something that we could make a lot of money off of. Why don't we just put this into action? Why don't we copyright this or create a business like this? So I see you both really creating things together, and I feel like a lot of that is going to come through in the moments where you're just really talking and having intellectual moments and conversations with one another. Excuse me. So you got Trickster here with transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. So yeah, the both of you, I feel like, could be, or somebody here could be very unpredictable in their behavior, in the sense of, um, you know, one day you come home and your future spouse is like, hey, why don't we take a weekend trip um, to a cabin somewhere? I've already bought the tickets. Let's go. So I see this being a very like spontaneous connection. Um, or hey, why don't we go on a road trip tonight? Or I don't know. I just see this being very spontaneous. A lot of Sagittarius energy showing up here too. But I see you being on board, like the both of you being on board. Like you're just like, okay, let's go. What time we leaving? You ready? Let's get up out of here. But I see this being very teenage like. It just feels like you both are can be very youthful with one another and be very playful. Some of you, you may like to something about pranks as well. Somebody may like to play pranks, or you may be one of those couples that like to play pranks on one another. Some of you may even decide to record your pranks and post them online, and you could, maybe get some type of, popularity off of that. I don't know, but I see something that you create with one another later on, that is going to bring you some type of income. May not necessarily be a lot, and it may not necessarily be a little bit. I can see some income from something that you create with one another, and a lot of success from it too. Yeah, definitely seeing pranks. um, I'm seeing something about TikTok as well. Some of you may create a TikTok account with this person. I don't know. But group number 2, these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So please let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any other readings that I post. If you like to book your own personal private reading with me, you can check out my website at rebootofthesoul.com, and you can purchase your reading there. But group number 2, y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you all in my next reading. Peace out. What is good? Group number 3, last but not least, for those of you who are drawn to this card here, this is going to be your reading today. We're going to be looking into what type of relationship or union will you and your future spouse have? Um, so if you watch the intro, um, the setting may look just a little bit different, or I guess a little darker, I guess. But I filmed the other 2 groups in this morning, and I'm filming your group here at night. I just got a little bit busy, so hope the kind of darkened view or whatnot doesn't mess anything up. But anyway, what type of relationship will you have with your future spouse? So we're going to start off with this card here. So we have forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So I feel like this is going to be a connection or a relationship where you both can really rely on one another. There's a lot of um, grounded energy in this connection, a lot of earth energy. Some of you may be earth signs, or your future spouse might be an earth sign. What is it? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Um, but this feels like a very like grounded connection, and I feel like it's very grounded in the sense that um, the both of you had to really do a lot of inner work, um, a lot of releasing from both ends of this connection. A lot of letting go of the past and letting go of everything that no longer served you. You've gone through the whole healing thing. You've heard reading after reading about it. Group number three. So I'm pretty sure I don't have to go all into it too much. But I feel like again you've done so much healing work and so much releasing and letting go of people and things and especially mindset. You've done a really good job. I feel for you, group number three, really good job on shifting and altering your mindset to be more in alignment with the more positive and optimistic outlook on life, or positive or optimistic reality. And you've really learned that in order to manifest this connection, you have to be what you're trying to manifest. So if you're trying to manifest love in your life, you have to have that same love for yourself that you want to attract to you. So I feel like you've had to go through a really long journey. Some of you may have been single for quite a while before meeting this person. Um, but I feel like you've had to go through a really long journey of healing and letting go and really understanding your worth and and knowing what you deserve and what you're worth. And I feel like this has or this will bring in such a beautiful connection for you, such a very peaceful connection. I'm seeing like there's not a lot of like friction, there's not a lot of even like external things. Like, of course, there's nobody's gonna have a perfect relationship or connection. Sure, there will be moments, but I feel like for this group, it's pretty similar to group number one, I think, um, but more so from a grounded standpoint, a grounded point of view. You've done a lot of healing, so it's like there may be other things that need to be healed in this connection or while you're in this connection, but it's nothing like super hard or tough like what you've had to face in the past or even currently for some of you. So I feel like this relationship just feels very smooth. It feels at ease. It's very peaceful. It's not like super hectic or just chaotic or anything. It just feels like a good time. Yeah, I just heard it's a good time. I see. I don't think I've mentioned this in other groups before. I don't think I usually get this message a lot, but I see you both really growing old with one another, like old, old, old. I feel like you both have really waited a long time to be with one another. So it's like the universe is like, okay, they've gone through all this healing work. They've gone through everything that they needed to go through, and all this healing and being single for so long, and all these shitty connections and relationships that you've had to really work through, learn from, experience, and to release. So I feel like the universe is like, okay, this relationship, this marriage, this future spouse that we're bringing into union with group number three, we're gonna let them enjoy that for this lifetime. We're gonna let them enjoy this. So I feel like you're going to be with this person for a really long time, for a really long time. And I feel like when it's time for the both of you to like transition, I feel like for most of you, you may transition with this person like around the same time. So almost like one person, passes and the other person may pass a little while later on due to like a broken heart. I don't think I've ever really gotten that message before in a reading. So This is a very special connection. It just feels very special. I feel like it's something that you've just really, really waited on for so long. You've gone through a lot of false connections. I feel like a lot of connections where it didn't really work out, or connections where it may have you may have thought that it was the one, but it just wasn't. But let's get some more cards here. I feel like I've been talking for a long time. Let's get some more cards. So this is for group number 3, spirit guides. What type of relationship or connection will they have with their future spouse? I feel like there's something else. What type of relationship or connection will group? Okay, I'll take these. So at the bottom of the deck, you have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So this is going to be a very trustworthy individual. If you if you can't trust anybody else in your life, you can trust this future spouse here. This is somebody who's going to be very, I just heard transparent. They're going to be very transparent with you. They're going to be somebody who you can just really rely on. Is because I feel like I mentioned like your future spouse being very reliable early on in the reading. But I feel like this is somebody who you can really rely on. You don't have to worry about them blabbing their mouths to other people or gossiping. This person definitely does not like gossip, I feel like. But yeah, I feel like yeah, you can just really rely on this individual. So you got free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So I feel like you're gonna feel very free in this connection. You're not gonna feel like caged up. You're not gonna feel like you have to be a certain way or move in a certain way. You can really, really just be yourself in this connection. You don't have to worry about your future spouse judging you or um, making you feel bad or guilty or shameful for just who you are as an individual. You can just really be yourself. And I feel like you also, both of you, you're not going to feel like held down. I feel like there's something in past connections for some of you that really turned you off, is that you felt held down. Some of you, you don't want to feel held down. You're a free spirit. You're somebody, you're kind of like a wild card for some of you. You're somebody who's just very free spirited, so you don't like to feel held down. Um, for many of you as well, you may not be part of a religion. Some of you or your future spouse could be like atheist or agnostic, or just spiritual. You know, may not really consider yourself religious. Could be just more so spiritual. But yeah, definitely both of you. You don't like to be held down, or you don't even like the feeling of being held down. You want to be able to be free in the connection. Not to say that you're like sleeping around or cheating or anything like that, but I'm talking as far as um, I don't know how to explain it. You just don't want to feel held down. You don't want to feel like codependent or on one another. You want to feel like you're one whole complete person and they're one whole complete person. You're just additions to each other's lives. Does that make sense? Um, but yeah, so with deception here, you're gonna have quite a few people around you who are gonna be so mad. They're gonna be so upset that you got with this person. I feel like your future spouse could be somebody who's very like conventionally attractive. So they may have a lot of people who are physically attracted to them, and they may be really upset at you that your future spouse decided to be with you instead of them. So you're gonna have a lot of people around you who may smile in your face, but behind your back, um, they uh, they may just really be salty or in their feelings about it. Or, you may even just have people who just didn't see you in a relationship or didn't want you to be in a relationship. You may have people who just really are not rooting for you, group number 3. And this isn't for everybody. Use your intuition when it comes to this. Take what resonates. But I feel like there may be some deceitful or mask wearing people around you, or people who like I said before, smile in your face but behind your back, they whole time they want to take your place. I think that's the lyrics. Yeah, smile in your face, but the whole time they want to take your place. So I feel like, yeah, you may have some fake people around you, or your future spouse may even have some fake people around them who may not want the both of you to be together. So there may be an issue. Um, Maybe more so, I feel like this is more so towards the beginning of the connection. You may have an issue with a person. Um, I don't want to dive too deeply into that, but yeah, uh, check out like my other readings. I've done readings on like how will your or like your future spouse's friends first impressions of you, then like your future spouse's family first impressions of you. So definitely check out one of those videos because there could be some messages. I feel like I've definitely gone into more in depth on topics like that. So definitely check it out. Then you have honeymoon here. So enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So it's going to be a lot of traveling with one another. So many of you may have something that you specifically like to do with one another often, or like a tradition that you both develop with one another. Does that make sense? So you may be like, okay, every year for our anniversary, we're going to travel um, somewhere that we never ever been before. So you may, start different traditions with one another. I feel like there's going to be a lot of traveling. This is reminding me of Italy or Spain. So some of you may be from Spain, or your future spouse could be there, or from Italy, or somebody could be Italian or Spanish. Or is it Spaniard? Is that the right term? I don't know. I forgot. But yeah, somebody may be from a different country than you. I'm picking up Europe. Somebody's from Europe. Um, Somebody's a chef. I just picked up a chef. Somebody just really likes to cook. Somebody's really good at cooking. I feel like somebody's really good at cooking. Some in my like in my mouth, I'm tasting my mama's cooking, and and it's very delicious. So I feel like many of you, your future spouse, or even you, may be really good cooks, or may like to cook a lot for the other person. You have Death and Ace of Disc. Okay, so beautiful connection. I must say, it's very beautiful. I feel like it's going to be a very transformative connection. I feel like this connection is going to really shift and transform and really bring the both of you out of your shells. There's going to be a lot of like sharing ideas with one another, or um, supporting each other in like your endeavors. I feel like for most of you throughout this relationship and throughout this marriage, like as the years go by, there's going to be a lot of changes. Like honestly, there's going to be a lot of changes, and for some of you, it's going to be some career changes, whether it's you or your future spouse, or maybe somebody decides to change fields altogether, or maybe somebody decides to go back to school or to further their degree, or to get an entirely different degree. I don't know, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of shifts in lifestyle. I feel like so a lot of shifts in lifestyle, career, um, a lot of not a lot, but homes as well. Some of you may move a lot. Somebody here could be in the military for like one or two of you, so you may have to move a lot, because maybe your future spouse is in the military or you're in the military. Um, the biggest thing I'm picking up here is that it's going to be so many different shifts in this connection with this death card here. It's a very powerful card, definitely one of my favorites. But it talks about transitions and endings and rebirths. Um, So I feel like, again, there's gonna be so much like shedding of old skin. You're gonna look back at yourself. Like, you'll be married. Let's say you know, uh, for example, like if you were to create like a vlog or a blog, taking videos and pictures, kind of documenting your relationship and your connection, like your year one versus year 25 is going to be so different. And it's not even just like age or, you know, getting old or, wrinkles and anything like that. It just feels like you both really transform and morph into your truest, like your truest, highest potential that you can reach in this lifetime. So there's going to be a lot of reaching like pinnacles of of your purpose and who you are as an individual. Lots of just supporting each other through that here as well. So a lot of shifts and a lot of changes, but it's going to be so much. It's going to be so good. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. Group number three. It's going to be so good, and it's a ride that I feel like both of you will really enjoy. But so many shifts and changes. Like, literally, you're going to be looking back at your 20th, even like your 10-year anniversary. You're going to be like, wow, we have come a long way. Like, things are going to be so different. You both may have, got into the relationship and the both of you were in like one specific type of career, and you look back 5 years later and the both of you are in, entirely different careers, or, maybe somebody got a promotion, but I don't know. But I feel like, financially wise, you're set. Group number three, you don't ever have to worry about money when it comes to this union here, and you both, your marriage. um I feel like the both of you have really good incomes, and the both of you combined is going to create such a nice income to where you both really don't have to worry about it. I feel like even before meeting this person, your career is going to be going really, really well, and you don't have to worry about money anyway. But I feel like together, your finances and resources together, y'all don't ever have to worry about it. I'm hearing generational wealth. You'll be able to pass this generational wealth um, down to your kids, if you want kids, or pass it down to somebody else. But definitely some generational wealth here that you'll be building with one another. I can see you really, like, if you do want to have kids, group number three, I can see you both really setting up your kids for a lot of success in life. Like, you really um, teaching your kids how to be successful people, how to manage their money, how to invest, how to even like learning history and certain, I don't know if some of you may have certain practices or traditions or cultures. I see you really, you and your future spouse really taking the time to teach your kids this, um, and really taking a lot of pride in it. And that's not for everybody, because I know everybody don't want kids, which is completely fine. You don't have to. Some of you, this could be your pet kids. Somebody here could be a really good teacher. I feel like your future spouse is a good teacher. They're going to make a really good parent. I'm getting like a cancer, like a male cancer. I feel like male cancers make really good fathers, from what I've seen. Now, some of you may have different experiences than that, which is fine. But I feel, from a lot of cancers, males that I've met, they have made really good fathers, or just really just down to earth people. So this could be a Cancer. Somebody could be a Scorpio, heavy on the Scorpio here. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, um, Aquarius. Yeah, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. This could be your sign, their sign, sun, moon, and rising. Anything else? Anything else? Let's take this one. Okay, okay. So gnomes. I don't think I've seen this. So humanity, friendship, hard work, little visions. So I feel like you're gonna have a really good friendship with this individual. You're gonna have a really good friendship with your future spouse. They're gonna be somebody, again, somebody who you can really rely on. So for many of you, you may start off this connection as friends, um, before you progress to other things. I kind of got that also with this deception card. Um, yeah, some of you may start off as friends, um, and then, as you both really learn to get to know one another and open up a lot more, you're able to see that, this is what you really want. This person is what you really want. So you may progress things from there. But yeah, definitely friendship here. Um, I feel like this is something that a relationship or connection that um, I'm picking up that maybe towards more so towards the beginning of this connection. Um, you may have a couple of obstacles or a couple of hiccups that you may have to overcome. Um, but I feel like it's nothing that you both can't get through because this is your future spouse, right? So, of course, you're going to be able to get through this stuff with them. So, yeah, I definitely feel like more so in the beginning of the connection, just a few things. We did talk about like the people involved. I don't know that there may be a couple obstacles in the beginning. But again, nothing that you both can't overcome. Some of you, this could be a communication issue as well. Herbal craft, so regeneration, plant medicine, caretaker, bloomer. Somebody could be into herbs or like herbal like medicine. Somebody could smoke as well. I'm picking up a smoker. Whether it's tobacco, cigarettes, or Mary Jane. But yeah, somebody could be a smoker here. Somebody could be a drinker as well. Nothing toxic or too much, but yeah, somebody may enjoy a nice drink or a nice blunt every once in a while. Somebody's also into like witchcraft or spell work or I just heard ceremonial magic as well. So somebody could be into ceremonial magic. Um, Not for everybody, but this just for a few of you though. You both share a very similar spiritual beliefs too. Very similar spiritual beliefs. Very similar like core values here. I can see you both sitting down and talking for hours. Just talking for hours and hours on just a lot of things that you're both like interested in. Does that make sense? So like if you both are into like herbal medicine, you may talk for ever, like just bouncing off different like ideas or different like facts or things like that regarding certain herbs or whatever, encompasses that practice here. But yeah, I definitely feel like there's a lot of communication in this group, a lot of talking. Somebody could be 50 or 57. Somebody could be in there, picking up 47 here as well, 33, 22, 27. 21 as well, or 31, 26. I don't know why I'm picking up ages. There could be an age difference here. I feel like somebody's already like settled in a way. Somebody may already have like their own home or just be really settled in like their adult life, if that makes sense. They may already have their adulting, routine going. Somebody's also more of a morning person. One of you could be more of a morning person, the other could be more of a night person. Um, you may make fun of each other regarding that. I see you both like teasing each other a lot or talking shit about each other a lot. Not in like a negative or toxic way, but in a very like cute, couple type of thing. You got Midas here or miser. So entrepreneurial, oh my gosh, entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. So yes, like I was telling y'all before, y'all don't have to worry about money. Y'all don't have to worry about money in this group. You don't have to worry about it. I feel like the both of you got it. You already got it. Somebody does something creative for a living or for a career. It could be you or your future spouse. I don't know, but somebody definitely does something creative for a living. Um, they may sell like their work or services or products or whatever, but they make a lot of money um, from something that they do creatively. But yeah, y'all don't have to worry about money here at all. It's a very grounded connection, so it's very like safe. What else am I picking up in this card? Yeah, is an entrepreneur here. Somebody's really good at making money or earning money or finding money, whatever it is regarding money. Somebody here has a really good relationship with money. Somebody who's very lucky with it as well, or just very lucky in general. And they're not like stingy with it. I feel like the both of you, even together, you may like donate together. You may donate to certain charities or like nonprofits in your name. Um, or you may give back in some type of way. I can see both of you really giving back to like your community or your home. If some of you, I'm picking up like Boys and Girls Club, like if you were like a part of like some type of system that really helped you like growing up, you may want to give back to them or something like that. um, but yeah, I definitely see you both being very good with money and investing it very wise. I see you both being very wise with money. That's the biggest thing here because you can have money, but you may not be wise with it. But I feel like for this group here, you both are going to be very wise with it. You're not just going to be splurging and buying stupid shit that you don't really need. You're going to be very attentive and careful. Of course, you'll treat yourself and buy whatever else you want, but it's like you got people who, the universe blesses them with $1 million and they spend all that $1 million on like one time things. But, instead they could have been using that $1 million to invest that and triple that $1 million, so you can have more. So I see you guys being on the smart side of things. You're not just spending money just to spend it. You're being very wise with it, which is very good to see here in a relationship. Because I think that, not that I feel, this is actually statistics, but I think it's either the second or the third reason why people get divorced is money, financial issues. Um, so that's always positive to see. Um, but yeah, you have detective here. Great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. So I feel like you both are going to be very inquisitive of one another, but not in like a nosy or distrustful way, but just to really get to know one another, especially in the beginning of this connection here. There's going to be a lot of questions, and that may be something that may be seen as intense for you, that your future spouse may ask you a lot of questions. Some of you are like, damn, like mind your business. But I feel like it's not to control you or to be too nosy or anything, but they're genuinely trying to get to know you. So they may kind of like bomb you a lot with questions or things like that. But just be open to it. Group number three, that may even be a sign that you've met the one, is that this person may ask you a lot of questions about yourself, things that you're actually interested in. They're really trying to get to know you and get to know who you are, but you're going to feel it as well. You're able to really look past bullshit. um, like easily. You're able to really see it like really easily. So you'll know whether or not, this person is going to be on any, BS or not. You'll know it just off the jump. You'll know. But I feel like one of the ways you'll know that your person is because they're going to really be invested in getting to know you and not trying to just hop in bed with you or anything like that. They're just wanting to know you, which is beautiful. Um, Anything else, Spirit? Anything else regarding this relationship, this connection? Anything else? Somebody could be Muslim. Um, I just said that with the crescent moon here. Anything else? I don't know. Just a lot of traveling I'm picking up here as well. A lot of travel, just going to different places with one another, visiting places that you both have never met before. I mean, ever been before. But a very protected connection here as well. But group number 3, these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So just please let me know how the reading resonates for y'all in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, share, subscribe. And if you'd like to book your own personal private reading with me, you can check out my website at rebootofthesoul.com and you can purchase your reading there. But group number 3, y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I'll see you all in my next reading. Peace out.